community is outraged after an attack on a mother and her two young children. You can see in this video here where it happened in the South Deering neighborhood. And we are blurring the video because the people involved are all minors. Our Sade Gray is live outside of the school where this happened. Sade, we're learning this is not the first time that this specific group of kids attacked someone.
Exactly, Marie. The large group of parents were outside of the school calling for accountability. They say bullying has been a problem at the school, but now it's crossed the line into violence. The mother, who is also the victim, has been at the school all day talking to authorities. Disturbing video, all caught on camera. Children dragging a mother and her son to the ground. Man. We've blurred the faces of the people involved because they're minors. Police say the 33-year-old mother and her 9-year-old son were walking near 106 and Bensley in the South Deering neighborhood when the group...
So just for informational purposes, the woman is not pregnant. There was the whole narrative going around that she was pregnant. She's not. She's suffering from sickle cell, and she also has another disability or two, and this is just what's happening here with her body. So she's not pregnant, but still, nonetheless, I'm not so sure if the kids knew that or not when they were striking this woman, and one pulled her to the ground.
Kids started chasing after the mother and her children, calling them names and taunting them. Both the mother and son were taken to a hospital. Word of the attack spread quickly on social media, causing outrage among many parents.
I couldn't sleep. I was traumatized. I could not sleep. I couldn't believe it.
Shanice Davis lives in the neighborhood and says she recognizes the attackers.
This is not the first time the kids have done this. Just talk around the streets that these kids have pretty much been.
That's why this has reached this point, because the kids have behaved this way and no one's done anything about it. And by no one, I primarily am speaking of their parents, because the parents always know, right? These parents be trying to feign ignorance, like, oh, they have no idea, or their kids are just so wonderful and this was a one-off thing. No, it don't be a one-off thing. It be a common thing. And the parents just don't want to do anything about it, or want to pretend like their kids are these perfect little angels that they never were when they were children.
Raising themselves, and they have not been held accountable. They have vandalized cars. They have harassed adults and children.
One day after the attack, demonstrators showed up at Orville Bright Elementary School after some posted on social media threatening to harm the children behind the attack. Several police officers showed up blocking the entrance of the school to protect kids inside.
Yeah, that's wild. This got so much negative attention. People were so outraged that you had adults ready to go to the school to beat the crap out of the kids, because they were just like, whatever. They went way past where it was okay. Their kids attacking an adult without mercy. So yeah, you had a lot of adults that was ready to put their foot in those kids' asses. They were ready to give them the discipline that they clearly are not getting at home.
Chicago Police District Council member Joseph Williams was also talking with the...
We're going to make sure that this school leadership steps up, and that they put a safety plan in place, that they put any plan they need to put in place to make sure that these babies feel secure. Bullying should have a zero tolerance behind it.
We reached out to Chicago Public Schools about this incident and allegations from parents that their children were bullied by the same group of kids. CPS says they're horrified by the attack, and they're working closely with the mayor's office, CPD, CHA, and other city departments to provide additional support for the family. Reporting live in South Deering, Sade Gray, CBS News, Chicago. Marie.
Thank you, Sade. Now,
them saying that there are others who are like their kids were bullied by the same group, that completely flies in the face of what the ringleader's mom said. The ringleader's mom got on social media. She posted some video that was very poorly received. She was claiming how her daughter, is a B student and is never in trouble. She was being a follower and whatnot. And now we're learning that that's just simply not the case, that it's been the same group of kids that's been terrorizing other people. And, uh, when I watched the full video, it was very difficult to watch. The woman is walking with her children, and they're following her and calling her names and filming. And I was just thinking, why are they doing this? Why are they behaving like this? When I was at elementary school, because that's what they are supposedly, and then you have one that is older, like in the eighth grade or something like that. But when I was in that age range, at no point in my life, honestly, did myself or any of the other kids around me, we never would have dreamed of attacking a mom and her kids. That never even entered our mind as something that was even possible to do. We were just so far from ever thinking that that sort of behavior could have been accepted or tolerated. But here we are, right?
To a CBS exclusive. The mother in this video, who was attacked while protecting her children, is speaking publicly. She and her son were brutally attacked by a group of kids on Monday, and this video has caught the attention of many across the country. Now, that community is stepping in to help move her out of the South Deering neighborhood. She only spoke to our Sharday Gray about this horrific attack, and Sharday is live in our newsroom with more from this exclusive story.
Well, Marie, Korshonda Hatter says she's still in physical pain after she and her son were brutally attacked with her young daughter just steps away. Her legs are bruised and it's hard for her to walk. But what hurts her the most is her children are still suffering.
My son is he's very devastated. Yeah.
The son is going to be devastated for years to come. And for my guys out there, you know why. His mom is there. He's with her. This guy is the man in her life, but he wasn't there in the moment. So the son, just by instinct, just by the wiring of being a male, he's going to feel like it's his job to protect his mom. He failed to protect himself. He failed to protect his mom. And it's no fault of his. He's 9 years old. He's too weak to protect his mom. He's too weak to protect himself. However, even if that's the case, it's not going to make that any easier for him to deal with. He's going to, for years, think about how this whole thing happened. His mom, the woman who he loves and respects above all else, he was not strong enough to protect her in a situation where she was being attacked. So yes, the boy, man, I don't even want to think about it. It's going to affect him negatively though for years to come.
Wake up out of him in the middle of his sleep, screaming. He is screaming, "Mommy, are you there?"
Hatter says her 9-year-old son and 6-year-old daughter are traumatized after watching their mom get attacked by a group of kids. In this video, we've blurred the faces of those involved because they're all minors.
Look at that, man.
We've stopped it after she was dragged to
That's
the ground because
crazy,
of how brutal
man.
it is.
Look at this
her
shit.
Her son was beaten, and she says one of the kids pulled her daughter's hair. Her daughter stood off to.
I really don't understand what these kids' motivation was. I'm still, from the stuff I've seen, we've had a couple parents come out trying to explain away their kids' involvement in it. It's always the ones that claim, oh, their kid is actually really good. This was just a misunderstanding and yada, yada, yada. It's always them. You almost never see parents, especially the moms, come out and condemn the bad behavior. It's always some excuse. It's always somebody else's fault. It's never bad parenting. It's never that their kid is just a bad seed. They always fell in with the wrong crowd. It's endless freaking excuses. And I've not seen, even, there's no justifying this, but at least tell me a reason why y'all did this. It may be a stupid reason, but tell me something. Y'all started attacking this woman and her kids. You see, she's getting hit all in the face and then pulled her down. What the hell were these kids thinking? And no one's answering for this. And that's fairly frustrating.
the side crying, watching her brother and mother get attacked.
I felt helpless because I was down on the ground and he was down on the ground and he's looking at me screaming like, "Mommy, please help me, help
She's
me."
got some
I
sort of
couldn't
speech
get up
impediment
because
too. You could hear
I
her.
couldn't do nothing.
She's sick. She has sickle cell. So I guess they seen a little weakness on her because she's, kind of walk a little slow. And
okay, so he's the father of the kid. So, okay.
That's her partner, Devon Lee, who was at work when the attack happened. Hatter went on to tell me that her son has been bullied for the past 2 years at Orville T. Bright Elementary School because of the way she walks and talks. All of the results of her sickle cell disease. Hatter tried to talk to the school about the bullying, but she says they didn't do anything about it.
That's always the case. When you try to handle things the right way, you don't get heard. And then when someone snaps and goes about a more extreme method of dealing with things, then everybody is like, well, what happened? Why didn't they try calling the police? Why didn't they try going to the school? Why didn't they try talking to the parents? The parents are a complete waste of time. In most cases, the parents aren't trying to hear it. They're not trying to hear nothing negative about their kids. They badass kids. They're not trying to hear anything about it. The police be like, oh, well, we'll take a reporter or whatever, but there's really not nothing that we can do about it. And the school oftentimes is just useless. So you go through the right channels to try to deal with this in a non-violent manner, you get nowhere, and then when you've had enough, you respond in a very violent manner, and then everybody is like, well, why did you choose violence instead of any other way? Well, you didn't give them any other option, because when they tried to do things the right way, which they're told is what they should do, nothing was done. So if you want people to do things the right way has to bear results.
Yesterday, a large group of parents came to the school to show their support for the mother and to put an end to bullying. The community immediately stepped in and moved her out of South Deering and into an undisclosed location. Hatter says she's pressing charges against the parents of the kids who
as she should.
her. As for her children, they'll be transferred to a different school. She's looking to get therapy for them. Reporting in the newsroom, Sade Gray, CBS News, Chicago.
Therapy.
Sade, thank you for that exclusive story.
She's got to get therapy for her kids, man. That's nothing about this is it just, oh, man. I ain't got nothing else to say, man. This thing is frustrating me a great deal, as you guys could probably tell. I'm going to just leave it there. You guys hit me in the comments. Even though this is frustrating, I really don't want to talk about it no more. You guys know I'm always going to respond to you in the comments. So let me know what you guys think. I'm going to talk to y'all soon. Peace.